So it's hard to believe it's been 11 months since I made an order with Perp Games for something pretty cool. One of my favorite VR titles is Pixel Ripped. In fact, I'm even featured in Pixel Ripped 1995. But what I've got here today is the pink cassette edition of Pixel Ripped 1989. Now, as you can see, the box is a little different than what you'd normally see with a PlayStation VR title. We've got the full-fledged, old-school PC game box, essentially, which is something you haven't seen probably in a number of years, because almost all games now are digitally available. As you can see, the back even says a wacky multi-dimensional homage to the early days of gaming. And inside the box are some pretty cool treats as well. So the box is just a simple cardboard box, nothing super amazing, but it's very cool and very detailed to have this with this particular package. Then we've got your standard PlayStation 4 version for PlayStation VR of Pixel Ripped 1989. It is the same physical edition that you can get from Perp Games on its own. It does say that the camera and headset are required. You also do need a DualShock 4, otherwise I don't know how you play it. The pink cassette edition also comes with a couple of other limited edition items. We've got 3 postcards. This first postcard is the angry teacher from the first stage. This one says, "Growing up, I used to be the teacher's nightmare." This is written by Anna, the creative director of Pixel Ripped. "I loved paper ball wars during class and used to draw my teachers and share it with my colleagues. I couldn't stand my school's old teaching methods, so I even jumped the school's walls to run away." That's pretty extreme, Anna. "Looking at the bright side, I'm glad for all those years in detention because it inspired me to make Pixel Ripped." And this one's actually signed. So this is a pretty cool little keepsake. In addition to that, 2 other postcards. This one's almost like a Super Mario Brothers level that's a little bit later in the game. It says, "Most people don't know, but the boss battles of Pixel Ripped were inspired by a bug I faced during the first month of development. One day, the 2D characters jumped onto the middle of the realistic 3D living room. That was fascinating, and I decided to make this moment the icing on the cake. It became the most magical moment in the entire game, when 2D characters jump into the player's VR world." And I agree, that's pretty awesome. Again, you can see the back. This one is not signed. Only one is signed per set of the pink cassette edition. And then my favorite of the postcards, and I almost wish this was the one that I got that was signed, is this one that's got badass mode on the console there. And it says, "I grew up playing all these amazing games like Zelda, Mega Man, Super Mario, Sonic, Ninja Gaiden, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Sadly, very few games had female characters. When creating Dot, the main character of Pixel Ripped, I wanted her to be the hero I dreamed to play with during my childhood. A badass female protagonist that players today can relate to." So this one is awesome. It's even got a magazine that's got Pixel Ripped there, almost like a Nintendo Power strategy guide. In fact, it really is. It's a Nemenendo strategy guide, if you look closely at that. So this is a classic card. I love this one. This is my favorite of the 3 postcards that were included in the game. And then last but not least is the little cardboard casing here. This opens up, and inside the cardboard casing is why it's called the pink cassette edition. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I think this is all that's left in the box. Let me just make sure. Yes, the box, as you can see, is indeed empty now. And so we've got a Pixel Ripped 1989 pink cassette. And it is a USB flash drive. So I don't know what's on the USB flash drive. We're going to actually open that up and see if it's just empty or if there's actually stuff on it. Let's take a look and find out. This is a pretty cool flash drive. It just slides out of the cassette here. It's just a standard USB 2.0 flash drive. Now I'm just going to go ahead and plop it into the side of the PC here and see what's on it. It is labeled Pixel Rip 1989, and there is actually content on it. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into Me in the Corner, and we're going to explore what's on the pink cassette. Alright, so now we are inside the Pixel Rip 1989 pink cassette, and there's actually a ton of content on here. Some of it I've played back. There's thank you messages from both Perp Games and from the development team behind Pixel Ripped. I'm not going to play those because I think those are special and those are things that only people that have the pink cassette edition should see. But I just wanted to walk through some of the cool content that's on here. There's a ton of artwork from Pixel Rip 1989 here. So if we go through these are just the PNG logos. A classic, it should be electronic, but it says electronic game from the future. Check out this cartridge. This is a very cool, almost Game Boy cartridge-esque logo here. It says, of course, used with the Oculus Rift controller. The 1989 Buyer's Guide Gaming Monthly, which of course features Pixel Ripped. This is a very cool picture, and then here are the characters from the game. Very well done. I like that kind of pixel art there. And then this looks like a very awesome, almost RPG cover for the game. Just some very cool miscellaneous artwork, some zoomed in on the console there. And that's it for this particular directory, but that's just the miscellaneous art directory. We've got tons of directories here. This one's only got a few. This is the normal cover that you see even right here if I put this up in front of me. Just a few shots of that. Kind of the finalized logos, if you will. That was the key art. And then we've got the final logo for the game here that you could of course use. Put that in the corner if you're making a video, or you know, put yourself in the game with that logo if you wanted to. And then there's a darker version of this as well. For some reason wasn't going to come up. There it is. So you can see the background there where it says Pixel Rip. So those are cool. Let's see, there's more art, some screenshots. It's actually pretty old. That's one of the postcards right there. These are probably all of the artworks that are used for the postcards, actually. There are multiple postcards, it's not just the 3 that I received. It's very cool. So that's the artwork directories. And then if we go back up, we've got the entire original soundtrack, including an alternate ending score, tons of different mixes here. We've got the boombox theme, we've got different mini games and level 3 themes. And then here's the original soundtrack cover, 40 plus retro tracks, and then just the logo for the game again here. I'm not going to play the tracks again. Something that you can enjoy if you purchase the pink cassette edition. Now, also, I do want to add, I know that the original soundtracks for Pixel Rip 1989 and 95, as well as a jazz renditions version and a couple of other versions of the soundtrack, are available on Spotify and at other streaming music sites. So if you want to listen to this and you haven't purchased the pink cassette edition, that's a very cool way to do so. These are the thank you messages from Perp Games. Perp Games actually included a coupon code with their thank you message that, because this particular title was so delayed, gives you a percentage off on another order if you were to purchase it. The special message from Anna, I'll just play the first couple of seconds of it here so you can see it.
Yay! If you're watching this video, it means you're holding in your hands Pixel Rep 1989, the physical copy. This is such a big achievement to us. It took us almost 6 years to get from a student project of mine until this final physical release. And this is just possible because of all your support through this long journey. And I'm really happy that I can actually send you this video right now.
And that's enough. You can watch that on your own once you've purchased the physical edition of Pixel Rip 1989 Pink Cassette Edition. I'm just as excited to receive this as Anna was to share the excitement over sending it. So there's a special video version just for the USB from the Japan Media Arts Festival. This was a documentary that they filmed, the development team filmed. I know that Reality Check VR was there and filmed them as well for a while. The trailer for the game, there's 3 different trailers. The old 1989 advert NFTS.
Hey kid, why the glum face?
I'm so bored.
Well, not anymore, you're not. Not when you've got Pixel Rift to keep you entertained.
Nice.
Whoa, yeah! Ultimate!
Explore amazing lands. But watch out, once you enter the Pixel Rift, you may never want to come back. Pixel Rift is available for your home entertainment system now. Now in color.
That is so cool because originally this game was titled Pixel Rift. And there was a very early demo for the old Oculus DK1 and DK2. This game started as a student project that Anna was working on, and of course became now 2 full-fledged titles. And if you pick up Pixel Ripped 1995 on the Quest platform, you can actually buy Pixel Ripped 1989 as a DLC, which is pretty sweet. Here's the official trailer once the game was actually fully realized as Pixel Rip 1989.
Go outside and play now.
This actually feels like a scene from Pixel Rip 1995,
Go
actually.
outside your world and play now in an incredible new virtual world. The world of Pixel Rip 1989. You are the Pixel Stone hero. Can you defeat the evil Sidelin Lord? Save knights in shining underwear, fend off ravenous pigeons, and explore the darkest corners of the headmaster's office. Play inside, outside, during recess, even during class. Just don't get caught.
Right, that's it! Take yourself with that infernal light box to the headmasters at once!
Pixel Rip 1989. Battery sold separate.
So cool.
Not included.
Then the last video here is the Nightmare Release DLC, which came out at Halloween a couple of years back, and is a ridiculously hard level. I have never finished this. So I will say, in addition to a thank you, and the awesome Japanese Media Arts Festival video. The thank you video from Anna actually has a ton of content on it. As you can see, it's a 4 GB file. It goes into kind of a documentary of the making of the game and the success the game's had and how fans contributed to that. So it's really cool to have, and I really feel like this was a great value in purchase, because this gives me the opportunity now to have contributed to a physical version of this title. It's one of my favorite VR titles thus far, as well as, you know, I've got some pretty rare keepsakes, if you will. I'm just going to post this up while I give my final thoughts. I'm really happy with how this turned out in the end. It was a long wait. It was almost a full year since I ordered from Perp Games, but they did a great job putting this package together. I want to thank Anna for putting this game out and working with the Arvor folks and really continuing to build on the original Pixel Rip 1989 with Pixel Rip 1995, continuing Dot's story, and making something that's not just a game within a game in VR, but also is really special and really has all these Easter eggs and things that show the community members and the people that have really worked to help support this title. I'm honored to have been included in Pixel Rip 1995, and I'm just really excited to have this box to put on my shelf and be able to look at and say, you know, that's one of my favorite VR games, and it's physically available. Now, there are a lot of physical titles available, mostly thanks to Perp Games, but this one's special, and I'm really excited to have it as part of my collection. I hope you've enjoyed this video. No real VR content today, but just a look at the physical edition, the pink cassette edition of Pixel Rip 1989. I will be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.